just to recap that, create a new document, 4 pages, the custom size that we use for the feed magazine, which is 210 wide, 260mm high. I'm going to put in 4 columns for now, but it's up to you how many columns you want to work with. And it's better to use more columns than you might need. So sometimes you can go across more than one column, span multiple columns. Leave margins as it is for now, and put the bleed as 3mm. So when I go to pages, I'm just going to use the 2 pages that are together, 2 and 3 for now. So I'm going to start off by bringing in the duotone image I've created. How do I do that? File placed, place it in, and I'll just find my documents. And it's here. I'm going to bring it in from the bleed mark to. I'm going to do something like that. Drag the window. I'm going to do it to there. And then I'm going to go to Object Fitting. If you remember this from the other week, fit content proportionally. Or actually, for this one, I'm going to do Object Fitting Fill Frame Proportionally. So the difference is it'll fill it but crop it. Then remember, when you're in InDesign, when you've got the black arrow, that moves the whole frame and lets you resize and crop and make it bigger and smaller the frame. And the white arrow lets you control the contents inside the frame, so you can jiggle it around inside the frame you've created. So I want Tiger a little bit more off centre, maybe using a bit of rule of thirds or something on this side of the page. So I've brought in my image. Next thing I want to do is bring in the text. And I can open up Word, I can copy and paste the text, or I can go to File Place, just the same as with an image. Find my Word document that I emailed you all out a few weeks back, and click Open, and I get my loaded cursor. I'm just going to draw a column like that. What do I want to do when I want to create a new column? When I want to flow from one column to another, what do I click on? Yep, click on the little red plus here, so get a new loader cursor. Do that, and I'll do 3 columns for now. And then I want the point size to be quite small. What's the sort of maximum point size for body copy, if you remember the rules of text? Yeah, 8 or 9. 10 is the maximum, but something like this magazine, 9 or 8 points is about right. What I'm going to do now is just going to select all 3 boxes. I'm going to go slightly past corners to get the rotate symbol. I'm going to hold down shift so it locks it to 90 degrees. And I'm going to put in my text here. And I can make the text boxes bigger. But the text doesn't all fit in. If I was doing this as a magazine spread, I'd have to go over to the next page, next couple of pages. But we'll just do this one spread for now. And I want to bring in the title. So I'm going to draw a text box, something like this. Type in Death Cells. Go to swatches, find a colour. Colour that is complementary contrast with the sign is magenta. Make it a lot bigger. And I want a sort of a more interesting font, so what I actually used was Lucida black letter to give it a sort of a gravestone aesthetic, which I'm going to do for the 2 capital letters. And for the rest of the copy, I was just looking for a nice sort of thin sans serif font, and I stumbled upon Avenir Light, and just need to make it a bit smaller because it's all vanished now. Probably best to make it bigger once you've got your fonts. So Avenir Light, and actually I'm going to go for light oblique and a little bit italicized. And I want to break the rules of type a bit as well, so I'm going to make it bigger. You can do at the top here, or the shortcut Shift Command greater than symbol. Just going to put a space in there, bring this up a line. Put that on another line. And close up the line spacing, the leading. And the shortcut for leading, and remember that. Highlight the lines, hold down the Alt key, and you've got the up and down arrows. So tapping down with the Alt key, do something like this. I want to go into paragraph and justify it, or force justify is quite nice, it sort of fills the box with it. And then I can have a bit of a play around, but something like that. And then to give it that effect where you can sort of, where it makes it slightly transparent, select your text, and in your boxes here you've got effects. If you can't see it, it's in Window, Effects, and you'll recognise here Normal from using Photoshop. On the Layers palette you've got all the same blend modes as Photoshop, so I can have a go with Multiply, or Screen Light goes much lighter, look at Overlay, Soft Light, Hard Light, doesn't really lose its transparency, so something like Darken or Multiply is probably the best one to go with. And then all I did was, with the body text, selected it all and made the text cyan. And as a final thing, I highlighted the first letter, and in the paragraph palette you've got all these indents, and here I've got the drop cap, and if I put that 2 or 3 it'll drop it, so many lines. And then if I make the font, maybe go for my Lucida black letter again, or maybe just for contrast make that magenta to line up. So that's the layout. So it's fairly close. I think I chose a thinner font that time. I think maybe the second one's better. But up to you. So have a go at recreating this layout using those different techniques, and I'll come round and help you with it.